How does a universe get created?
Very good question, Sean. There are different functionaries that are all working for what many call prime creator source. So right underneath prime creator source, you have what is known as creator gods and goddesses. And these are the descending light beings that come from what many call in our community the realms of eternity. These are realms that are very equivalent to what Elon Musk and other cutting edge thinkers called base reality, the non-simulated realities. So these are the descending, you could say, beings that come from eternity, and they are the ones that are facilitating the different creations. And there are multiple of them, So yeah, that's who creates these universes, the descending beings of light that come from the always existing realms.
And are they immortal or are they still around?
Oh yeah, they're very immortal. Yeah, so the immortals are real. In fact, they do belong to a council known as the Eternal of Days. And, a lot of this stuff is being revealed through comics and Marvel movies. They talk about the Celestials in Marvels. Well, there is an equivalent to a race of beings that have never had a beginning or end, that have always existed. In fact, those are the progenitors of all human races and all beings throughout the multiverse. And within the cosmic records, they are known as the Eternals. So I'm starting to think that the writers of Marvel Comics and DC, to a large extent, actually tapped into this knowledge and decided to just go about it in a nonchalant way, trying to explain these concepts to the general public.
Yeah. Same with the Star Trek writers.
Oh, absolutely. Gene Roddenberry was actually channeling the information from the Galactic Federation. And one of the things that they do talk about in the Star Trek, as well as Star Wars, George Lucas was also tapping into the Orion Wars. And we could get into that in a little bit. But one of the main things that he tapped into is this idea called the prime directive, which means that advanced civilizations that are already at the level of spacefaring cannot intervene with underdeveloped species or those that are still primitive, as they would call it. Yeah.
What's the reason they can't intervene?
Because they have to allow for natural evolution and free will.
Interesting. Yeah. So it's not a fair fight in their eyes. So they'll let them build up.
They let them build up on their own. Exactly.
So that's why aliens won't really make it known here, right? Yeah, right.
Correct. Yeah, they can't. They will be violating galactic protocol if they did. So they have to allow us to pretty much reach a certain level of cultural, technological, and spiritual development. And then once they see that we are fit to become a part of a galactic community, that's when they establish first contact with us.
Do you see that in this lifetime, or do you think it'll take many more?
It's going to be happening very, very soon. In fact, it's already happening from behind the scenes. Within the private sector.
Lifetime, or do you think it'll take